low, is in to make the catch, and that was a jam shot, nicely executed.
Jam shot.
Good pitch sequence all the way around. Like
One out.
Going away with the sliders. And he buries that two seam on the hands. If there's a day that it's good to bury a two seam in on the hands, when it's snowing, it's probably a good idea.
Even the best feel it.
Even he got out, so you know his hands are stinging more than if he would have got hit.
There's the first-year Yankee Cody Bellinger.
1 on,
You
1 out.
have to fight yourself from saying Clay Bellinger at some point in this series. His dad, Clay, played for the Yankees as well. Upper list isn't as full as Aaron Judge's was, evidently.
No, evidently it's not.
A little bit lower of a face covering. Yeah, I've never been able to get on vacation there, so I wouldn't even know what that's like.
You didn't even recognize it.
No, that's what that is.
Top foul, strike one ball, 1 strike between two eyes. You saw the Yankees last year. It's a totally different case.
Yeah.
It was May the 4th. He went 5 1/3 and gave up 5 earned runs. But they only saw basically the one type of slide.
Yeah.
He's got a couple different breaking balls now. Ball close, 2-1.
2-1 the count.
Anytime you can mix pitch shapes and speeds, he'll throw that little tight one up the zone, almost like a
Bellinger.
got a little in between speed one. Throw down and in, down and away. Then he's got the slow one to get him up the front.
Pop fly.
Fly ball into
Fly
right
ball
center field.
into right center.
Ryan Kreidler
Kreibler makes the out.
There are 2 away.
2
This is
away.
a big-time fly ball team. Expecting ground balls in this series is not a great proposition. The Yankees are number 2 in lowest ground ball rate in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, that's by design. They've loaded their
Yeah.
lineup up with guys who do hit a lot of fly balls. They like the long ball, which most people do. Key for Casey is just execute pitches. Don't let him get all of it. Don't let him get that good ace swing off. Stay ahead in the count, like he has been doing.
Like that.
Yeah. Just throw 95 in there on a warm day.
Yeah.
Snowing at game time, but
Snowing at
Tigers
game
and
time.
Yankees and Major League Baseball all for coming together to move these 3 games up from 6-4 because it would have been racingly cold tonight.
Yeah, great call. And really, it's not as bad. It was looking bad for a minute, and then it kind of let up. And then Casey does not seem to be affected. You can see his breath out there. The heater is coming in hot right now. Yeah, it blew 2 right by him so far.
Yanks that slur 1 and 2.
Yank that
You can go
slug
blow the fastball by him.
of ball.
Right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Up.
Yeah, go up with it. See if you can get it.
Time called by Goldschmidt, the 7-time All-Star, joining up with the Yankees, his 3rd Major League team. One, two.
1-2.
There's the splitter showing his
There's the
shape.
splitter.
That's going to be an important pitch, too, as it goes deeper into the game. Wonder if it's harder to throw split fingers when it's colder. Because you got less skin on the ball. You know, fastball's pretty natural grip. Change up, you got a little more meat on the palm. Split finger, you only have the inside of 2 fingers on the ball.
Ha.
Guided on the ground toward third. That's Ibanez at the line. Not in time.
Not in time.
Couldn't handle it. Good effort by Andy. It's an infield single for Goldschmidt.
Great job to stop this ball on the backhand. And Andy took his time, got up, and he was trying to go with the long hop throw. Torkelson had to concede ground, and it looks like it hit Goldschmidt in the leg. Yep, hit Goldschmidt. So Tork conceded some ground instead of trying to go get it on the short hop.
He also had 2 outs. He had the runner going from first.
Yeah, there's no way to
play a second.
Ball's hit too slow.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. a fly ball to center. Kreidler handles out number 3. Tigers will swing it, trying to take the lead next.
Tigers coming back.
A diaper this sleep free sets them free. Only Pampers Cruisers 360 have a 360 strip key waistband for up to 100% leak-proof fit on every wild child. Pampers Cruisers 360, the #1 pull-on diaper.
Sister's birthday. She's an adult.
Gotcha. Follow me.
Did I need to flex this hard on my sister's birthday? 100%.
Looking good, little brother.
I know.
My skin, she gets thirsty. Venus gets it. So when I shave, it's the new Venus Moisture Glow. It's got 5 blades and bars with a touch of argan oil that lock in moisture. Feel the power of smooth. My skin, my way. Venus.
Google Cloud AI knows a 98-mile-per-hour heater with a 13-inch drop means a 24.7% chance the home team gets to shrink out. And hot dog sales are up 4%, which means they're racking up the days. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And the truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Yankees did not score at the top of the first, so the Tigers, who are 4th in on-base plus slugging in Major League Baseball as a team, have this batting order presented by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. This is slugging percentage versus left-handed breaking balls, including this year and last year in completeness. Spencer Torkelson at 533 against lefty breaking balls. Ibanez 471 slugging percentage. We give you that because the left-hander out of NC State, Carlos Rodon, throws an absolutely devastating back shoe slider. The right-hander specifically, the back shoe. There's a ground ball back to Rodon. To make the catch.
One away.
Goes out Justin Henry Malloy on the first pitch of the ball game. Carlos Rodon doesn't need 9 teammates. He'll handle it himself. You're the 8 behind him, well, 1 in front of the center. Bellinger, Grisham, and Judge. Cabrera, Volpe, Chisholm Jr., and Goldschmidt, Austin Wells, with his baseball mustache. The point. Ibanez, first pitch, strike 1. Carlos Rodon, former first-round pick. Andy?
Yeah, he's been a very good pitcher for a lot of years. The Tigers are going to be aggressive with him. Doesn't throw a ton of balls. Wants to work ahead in the count.
Wants to look ahead in the
He'll
count.
mix it up. Like you said, he's got the breaking ball. He's got the slider. He'll work off the fastball, though. He will give you a fastball to hit at some point in the at-bat if you wait it out. Last couple outings, he's walked a few more guys than he normally would, but you wouldn't expect a guy like that to continue that pace. As he's shown today, he's already in the zone pretty early.
I'm glad you said that, though. The 4 walks in his last start, he still went 6 innings, even with 4 walks early in the season, which suggests you're going to get something to hit early.
Yeah. You got to be ready for it. And he will work the outside edge, show inside.
Yeah.
So good, solid approach. Hit the ball back up the middle. Look to hit the ball up the middle the other way. It doesn't mean you're not going to pull
1-1 the count.
You pull a mistake, the breaking ball that's hung. But similar to Martin Perez yesterday, just kept tickling the outside corner. The Tigers hitters kept rolling over the ground ball on the pull side.
Yeah, a little bit ticklish yesterday. Yeah. But Rodon, that fastball, that 1-0 fastball is a perfect example because it's middle away, outside corner. You're not going to do a whole lot with that.
No, but he might not give you much else to hit depending on how he's feeling. Like that, down the way. He'll kind of lull you asleep, and then all of a sudden he'll throw a fastball up in the zone, and it looks harder than it is. 93, looked like 96.
A lot of injury in his past for Carlos Rodon. He was a harder thrower before. There's a 93 for his first strikeout.
93.
1, 2, 3 in the first for him.
Ooh, a timeout.
Incoming dishes.
With Dawn Power Wash, he can fly through 99% of grease and grime in half the time.
Oh my gracious, look at him. Oh,
Yeah, Dawn Power Wash is unique. It absorbs grease with 3 cleaning boosters, removing it 5 times faster.
ooh, for Pete's sake, that was fast.
Ah,
And Power Wash can replace multiple cleaning products.
Ooh, fumble recovery.
Those suds got game.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
You know this is the best part. Google Cloud AI knows that when the home pitcher throws a 98-mile-per-hour heater with a 13-inch drop, there's a 24.7% chance the hitter swings and misses. Oh, and the hot dog sales are up 4% today, which is what happens when the home team starts threatening a case.
What a fast.
Now that's some mustard on it.
yeah.
Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI. On Underdog, you can win money all season by selecting 2 or more of your
Time for today's Blue Moon Report. We're going to talk a little bit about these conditions down here. It's a bit of a sleet snow mix to start today's game. You saw the players getting into the dugout, grabbing their hand warmers, getting their neck gear on, Andy. That we're going to call that a scarf for today, but it's a neck warmer. They're all trying to stay warm down here in their jackets. Saw Casey Mize come in from the bullpen, shake his head just a little bit, knowing that this is how the conditions were going to be.
Anthony Volpe at center. That's
Is it Anthony Volpe, the center?
And now
Ryan
with those conditions, you saw Casey
Clear
stretching out, staying
for out
warm
number
down
1.
here. And like I said, the mix of the sleet and snow, it's a little bit wetter at times than others, and then some snow coming down too. But everyone's doing their best to stay warm. Heaters going in the dugout, guys.
How cold is it down there?
Today is cold. I'm not going to try to play tough and act like I'm warm today.
Colder
I
than
did-
yesterday? Or?
Yes. I did dress for the occasion today, though, so that's good.
Well, that's smart.
Is it like the cold where your face, when you smile, it just stays that way?
A little bit.
Like people-
I can't
everybody's
feel my
smiling.
mouth when I'm talking. You know what I mean? You don't know how the words are going to come out.
That's every day in this booth.
I fit right in.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
I thought we were doing team behavior there. There's strike 2. Is a heater in the dugout for the Yankees.
Oh, I see.
Oh, 2 is not foul left side.
When that ball goes in the air today, there could be some play with a little wind effect.
This is
As
by
it goes up higher and higher into the atmosphere, it looks like it's flowing in, but it's really not. You get high enough over the stadium, and that is a jet stream out to right center.
Yeah.
You can hit a ball of winds today.
You think so?
Well, yeah, why not? Sometimes when it's cold, the ball doesn't jump as good.
So here is the wind, officially 16 miles an hour based on the game time measurements. But again, as you saw, further up it goes, the further it flies. So those high trajectory fly balls could be an issue. Oh, there's the wind speed
How'd you like
gauge.
to be on that carnival ride? Like my nightmare. Spinning in circles. Oh, get that off there. I'm going to get nauseous.
That's how you are on the teacups, I think.
Yeah, I can't ride spinning rides.
You can't?
No. 3rd grade was a bad deal.
Oh, really?
Ever since then, I'm off on spinning rides.
2-2. Called strike 3.
Sweet.
Ball planted there for well.
Tie game still.
Casey does a nice job just setting this pitch up and then throwing it with authority on a cold day. 96 bottom rail. I mean, that's just by his mind. He didn't even have time to swing.
He knew it. He turned tail immediately as Bishop takes the ball.
Turned tail.
Bishop
Yeah, I agree with that
was
statement.
22 to open the year. He's the guy that tied the game late against Pittsburgh yesterday. Pittsburgh met Pitbull. So foul 1-1.
Foul
More
1-1.
rarer and rarer that a guy will not wear batting gloves. But on a day that it's 38, this guy right here. He's look at his hands are strong. Just getting in there and hit. And it's the upper lip, you know. he's got the lip warmer.
He does.
Built in, and that helps keep the hands warmer. Apparently,
Crowd didn't like the call there, 2-1, but you were a batting gloves in cold weather guy, right?
yeah. I always wore batting gloves, except at junior college. We couldn't wear them at junior college. Team roll.
What? Fly ball left field.
Fly ball in left field.
Toward the line. We'll find out
Okay.
after the break why Andy couldn't wear batting gloves in junior college. No score.
No score.
You're with your friends, you're warm.
We're here at York Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them. It's like we got our own special club. Should we show them? Gets $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
It's not just for Fridays anymore.
Get it broiled or do it up pan fried. All crispy and golden, just the way you like it. Feature.
Whenever you want food, family, and fun, make it Features and Holden.
A diaper this leak-free sets them free. Only Pampers Cruisers 360 and the 360 Stretchy Waistband for up to 100% leak-proof fit on every wild child. Pampers Cruisers 360, the #1 full-on diaper.
We all know Ellie Gunner and Paul's road to the
I mean,
show.
like-
But what about yours? The amateur years are just the stepping stone, and your journey to the big leagues. Take control of choices that matter. Now the third baseman, Derek Martin, level up your game.
Be right back.
Isn't always going to stop it. It's a one-stop treatment to help those who market their actions on good vision and bring results. Like skin that's still more clear at 1 year.
Riley Green at plus 630. They have the batting clock right now. Left on left against Carlos Rodon. Just close. One of those sliders that he started to Friday. They're tied together today. Last game is continuing today. Home play, away. Like eight. It makes it tough, like the interior, front ball is second, yeah, it's difficult for number one. Tigers scored 3 or more runs in the team. You can visit a participating Harvey location tomorrow and receive a free small order early drop. Three ground balls and a strikeout. When the hit spots for you, man. Yeah, he's really just got to take the completely away. It's spot like that. What do you do with that? What do you do with that? The only real thing you do is put that ball in the hard right field on the line. I allow trap with it. Which we've seen Andy do before. And I could see a couple of times with right field. He turned around there, that response on it. This is where he'll throw that back to the slider. They'll get strike out. Work it away. One, two. Yep. Big effort. Back by the slider. Yeah. We go back. Go.
Yes, so then he takes that curveball and he spikes down at the bottom of the zone. Yeah, he's tough right now. I mean, he's throwing whole pitch sink, including the big Johnny curveball here. And that's taking enough velocity off at 82. Gets Morgan way out in front of it. It's spotted with perfection. That's what the Tigers, you just got to wear him down a little bit, get a little hit, get a guy on base, and the guy can improve like this. Something to get out of it. Which is fun. Like, how do you look at that? Yeah, and you got to try to get on base, get a hit, take a base hit to right field, do something that makes up his rhythm. He's in such a rhythm right now. Filters, and you're not doing anything right there. It also probably won't, right? But yeah, third day, but yeah, I'm so sorry. Good talk. Good go down. 1-1. I put the foul right over the net. 1-2. I think I had 6 hits this year. All 6 have come to games. 2 good games with 95. Hey, Jeff. Our little pro Don has a no-hitter, so he's got that kind of stuff today.
Why do we know that for the that's when you're walking? Because dogs really do hit your homework.
We slip them up deluxe this week for small spaces. Or clean, even molecules sometimes. Just grab a pad and go. The built-in solution traps dirt, box it away.
Wow, no way.
The upgraded street has 75% more scrubbing power.
No way.
And with the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple. The all new slipper rock deluxe. The mother of all cleans. I've always been passionate about no things but minimum contact.
What do you mean all day?
Maybe we built the space. Let's see you all.
Google Cloud AI knows a 90-mile-per-hour heater with a 13-inch drop with a 24.7% chance of home team gets a strikeout and hot dog sales are 4%, which means they're racking up figures. That's the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
Build your perfect season with Tigers. Flex plan with 301 game to unlock exclusive discounts, special incentives, for marquee matchups, exciting giveaways, and unforgettable moments of Comerica Park customized for fun. Glad to have you wherever you might be today. And come home to the park to work people each day. Good to hear. Today. On a literally take 3 big things. 3 big things. Thank you. Where was Facebook? Yeah. 1-2. Really swing through that splitter that has. Pitching move one another. This one move did go for her. That split pitch is just dropping off the tape. That looked like that fastball. He sets it up with the fastball way earlier than that. Looks like the fastball out of hand. I think that it's grip on the splitter is good. So whether it answers my question perfect in a big way. We see the horizontal break on that splitter. Certainly, but I mean, that's like a 45-degree angle. not down and it's not to the right. Kind of both. Both. Southeast, due southeast. Yeah. 2 strikes, and then right. Splitter again for a strike. Over. You know, please feeling good though. You see, get spot to the fastball. The ball is up. You have to fun. The right field. Margot is back and he can't make the catch. Rice to second. He's taking 3. The top ball. You could see it in his eyes when he was reaching second base. Ben Rice had a triple on his mind. And for Rice, his first major league triple. By the way, it kind of canters off the wall. So the driver. Yeah, he got more speed than you think he'd have. Yeah, for moving over the first base DH. That's not a bad pitch. It's a really good solid. That's not like a pitch. Yes, that's not. So now Rice is third here. Judge with battery. The infield is in, but he can clutch the ball on the ground. Right. That's a good way. Let's go. Fracture just out of the wave and a miss. Blazing no more than 2, and now you've been aiming for the chase here. He's been throwing that high little swerve. And he's going to back up on it. You see, he's upset with it. Man, just thought that was coming down. It never did. 2 strikes. Get that over, maybe overthrow it. Right here. That was good. If you wanted to go up with the deeper field, like strike ball, play. 1-2. Overcooked down. You got 2 balls, 2 strikes. They go with that clear in, arm on the hand. Big slow one. Okay. Yeah, but it even. Good. Go to third, right, see it. Now it's Jake's trying to flat out the carbs. There's a couple days back in a row. He was 2 days ago like that. You want to talk about quick down there? He was peeking down there quite a little bit during that at bat. And him and Andy were making plenty of eye contact. That is a lonely walk back to the dugout. Nobody giving you high five after that. 3-2 bounced away, but no harm, no foul here. 12-4 Judges on, but there are 2 outs. Our T-Mobile coverage cam is the cut down of Rice at third base. Quickly from the hip pocket. Anya's doing his best hobby impression over there. Gets the tag on. Here's the reroll out and back. Broken bat, line drive, second base, full feet. Big Rogers, your thoughts behind that mustache? That ball tastes good. I see you over there. You know. Why do you think that?
Really then get your own work. Find a Ferguson today. Yeah. Built with Ferguson, you'll find a stunning collection of Delta products for your home. From curated bath collections with vintage industrial styling to contemporary and classic looks for the kitchen. And discover convenient new features that make everyday tasks easier, like Delta Touch 2L faucets with touchless technology that let you control your faucet your way. Find the perfect Delta faucets at
You want to see your children go home. Our girls play with all home. You're not just another policy owner to us. Remember your name. Hi, Cheryl. Because it's your name. That's simple meaning of sex. As your independent agent, auto owners make sense for you. Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah, Dave. This right here, the legendary giver, the originator, who invented this game of stories about the whole time and you story years long. 15 years straight story. American military personnel serving overseas in Washington, like big ass man, American forces network, fought for their countries around the world before able to succeed in for your search for everyone. Over there, baseball player. It's a little bit hot. Not just anyone's trying to do. It's just informed. It's all for eventually it does. Or it won't. It's really tough. You know, it's like sometimes it doesn't change. That's where great. Once we go to 12 losses, Tiger record at the end of April with Riley Green 23 last year. Some of that is to, maybe not be as aggressive or missing stuff with pitching. That's the ball, regular basketball, but then you end up with a 2-2 count when you get to 3-2, which is for long, so you get to hit on that, right? So sometimes if you walk too much, you do a sign of maybe. Other times it makes you do a lot of damage. You do sports on the side of the interview, and it looked like holy saga. His back, probably right. I mean, Cabrera at third basically like floats down. All strength will be very close. It's on to expect out for the job. Looking at timeout for hosting good hands. Jake Rogers and his attentiveness and base runner. That's all the other day. That's that very good thing. Well moisturized, be able to get the grip on the ball and swing over there to third. I mean, where is Ben Rice going? How did Jake even? How was that even off his break? I mean, he should have been standing up for it. You have hair just. I don't know that I have an answer for him on third, but like, but get a heads up, basically. Because for them to even think about that, when you got here, if you think, okay, all my focus is here, but for him to see Ben Rice get too wrong, communicate with David Bonnier, get the right pitch, throw down. All this right. Stop. And a rather expensive spread ball for an island here so far. Let's just do it. Put your mind on 0-1, 1-2 count, right? Yeah. You have to stay down. All about the count. He wants something else. This year. Well, it's at a 1-2 pitch. Yeah. I mean, that's outside. That's right. Old stick does it. Yeah, both grounds. And then get really out of count. 3-2 for Rodon to Godfrey. That is ball 4. First base runner today for the Tigers is the Rogers walk. His second year. Hopefully this will break up a little bit of his grip. Driver to get on board here for the base time stuff there. You get to see Driver get something. But what? So this matchup is number one. But Ryan Driver also has a pair of hits. Who does three hits come on the breaking ball? What else? Sign ball too. All right. Do a count. Get a zone something up. The old school days, this one couldn't hit them. What's in line? 13. So now Rick Don, who completely control the strike zone and lost it. It's amazing how he can go improving to let it ball go a little too early, open it up on the front side. Right, anyway, if it's going to be given that outside corner to win, but yeah. But some of that too, by getting a couple calls off, further out, just a little bit more. Yeah, there's no reason to come in and get 50 balls off. Nice slide to 3-2. Well, they start the runner at first. 3-2. That is ball 4. Living on the edge. You can see the reaction to the pitch. I mean, he has got some calls that were very favorable for him against kickoff. But I'm sure he would take those back to get this. That's there, he said. Carlos can't believe it. Yeah, that's tough. Swallow big deal for the Tigers. Our message from rally out. 3-12 needs to be someone who gets the Tigers stop. Your favorite brands of throwback designs. Rally houses deliver everything. I mean, once throws were done quite a bit for your blood sign. They tell you this is the type of inning that can sometimes get under the skin. Then something like that can turn into an unravel. So if you leave something out over the plate, this is the time to get that time to do it. Yeah, we're frustrated. You know what? You don't like that? I'll go right down the middle. Dig the ball. Both plays. Not James, just like that. But one thing he does do, very rare. Do that very good. Very rare. Two out of foul, third base side. Big just keep working the count. You're trying to get the count back to 3-2, or you make it 3-2. But they can't hold it. Try to get back to 1-2. 1-2. It's fastball. It's the 5th strikeout for Rodon. Just not sequence. A lot of breaking balls down, change it away, then zap. Right at the zone. Tajay down. Get there. Stuff this off all of the sequence for Rodon. With the exception of the slider. Yeah, he went slow for his ball, change up, either up. Here it is, Ibanez. Bounce out to short and first. Yeah, another sports day where that'll drive you. That's one up. If I guys likes this up, left hand side. Jason, you called it. You said, hey, when you get to the front, you can start trying to make things happen here. That's the change up down. And goes down golf shots at 7 iron on a full day. We'll look at 3 on 3. Well spun. Jumped all over it. Right onto the fairway and a 3-0 Tigers lead. Gets one high in the air into right center. And Richard. Andy. Here's a lefty for you. Middle and change up. Sometimes those things get hit. They get hit hard. Offline. Everybody's happy on a cold day in Detroit. Yeah, that's why I was doing those personalized versions. Get brand new iPhone 16 on this. Go to T-Mobile and get iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence or us on our most popular plan. Plus, up to $800 when you switch. You any first bird spice one. 48 hours of odor and wonders protection. You can stay in that swim and feel fresh all day. Strong. No nonsense, self-care.
What I have been doing over my liver first, by taking a shot of pill every single morning, basically a shot is equivalent to 17 pork chops. It's so easy to make it just don't taste really good. They use the 5 bioactive versus 3 ingredient. You just know that you're going to find so many benefits from it. I absolutely love it the way I do. So here is to live with health. Thank you for your time.
AC by bankroll to a 3-0 lead for the back guy. It's 3-run home run against the Yankees team against one of first base swing and a fly ball foul right side. AC by is throwing that slider to the Yankees along with a splitter of fastball. It's the different types of experience, but that slur that's classified with based on the pitch shape. The two-seater mixed in there as well. First started in Seattle, really accumulate to about 3 different types of breaking balls, right, Daniela? Right, Daniela?
About this, okay, but 3 different words to describe these 3 different body types. It's always not on the page that you really like the way all 3 of you. And the words that it gives and if you have to try to get yours out, you keep them all back.
That was one of the right there. That high breaking ball. You won't be through with like an accident earlier, but that's not what you're talking about, right? To fix up the batteries.
Exactly. So basically we'll go based on their quality. So it feels like it's 2 on a little bit better, we can play on all 3 of those.
they've had a job. Yeah, you still do it. You know, it's kind of a backup curveball. There's a fine line. That pitch is a good pitch because it doesn't come down. It is straight recognized. Break the ball. Sometimes down, it never does. And then you pair it with that splitter, which has been a devilish pitch for him since his offer. Yeah, I think it's gonna last. Sometimes up to 25-degree boards on the way. What did you do earlier? He got more weapons. Did he not last year? You know, he had some good at it. There's a lot of right now that just seemed like he couldn't quite get over. He couldn't quite get a swing. So far this year, between current slider, split finger, fastball, he just wanted to swing this ball. Oh, is he? There's a slider. They had to find the baseball was on all his stolen rates, and there are two away back to the slider. So the sliders give some different digs. He'll switch it down in the zone. He'll work kind of that middle pace. He'll go up in the zone with it. But if he's working off corners with the breaking ball, that means he should have a nice feel of the fingertip. That little feel for a pitch is big. Where's the finger pressure? What the ball they're on. Timing of their arm matters. I'm playing. There's a lot of mechanics. These things are constantly thinking about. Slider fastball. Would that be my mechanics? Which likes makes it evolving. See you later. That was fast. Oh, they could walk around. You're calling it down. How's that sound? I mean, that's fine. I love your especially spring. They're like Sarah talking about their again. Well, this is my favorite year. We do the same thing every year. Yeah, well, money plan, feeding everything. Yeah, you're going to get incredible results. I give us something. We're celebrating our company. Like, here's a special thing. Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for U.S. Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club. Should we show them? Stays at U.S. Cellular right now. Our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
It's the little finger bender, but no one can bring away to out of owners pay to pay without any tax. That's why it's such a good sense.
Time for Chevrolet strongest player. It takes 5. Yeah. Well, I think I can switch around here. You're running the strongest player. It takes 5. Mid-game potassium. You know what the symbol for potassium is? Okay. That's right. That's right. You can kind of split that 5 pile. How many of those classes did you attend with Paul? I do the class chapter very well. So get her stuck in the deal. I would have been at the ballpark instead of that class. But now where I got it, we never learned. Well, we couldn't do a lot where if we're going to build a baseball system, field topper. No. Your hands get very down. And then we also let the nation Could not get out of the way. Got out of the way of the big score. No way. Really? No, randomly. You're in so great, great. Did he run it over rocks? Yeah, he was tough. Yeah, it was basically run until everybody's waiting except for a few guys. So those guys must really want to be here. Really difficult thing for a lefty to handle. Carlos Rodon straight out the position. Now let's get to Tiger Block. Big Law, your first call and get the justice you deserve. Tiger Law, all the way to with Danielle Bruce downstairs, Danny Ripley's pleasure. Our crew, thank you for joining us every Friday. Win again after sweeping the White Sox to start this homestand. So come back next week. The roller to full game as we get back. Take care of our goal in 150. Tigers opening play today are in first place AL Central by a game over Kansas City. 3-1 Minnesota. The Yankees in the AL East are 6-3. They're half game up on Boston as well. 5 in a row. I think it's really important. So, oh, Abby, a drive to right field. Yeah. It's a cliffhanger. Mercedes. Offers on certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz vehicles at your local dealer today. Secure so fast. The agency on it. That's the child. That's what 5 pods ultra oxy, 1-up completing power of liquid. 1-up anything? You sure can. And yeah, for sure. Thanks, guys. What about that? Yep. 10? Yeah, even that. I would very much like to see that. 5 pods ultra oxy. 1-up is the same with 50% more cleaning power than liquid detergent. Any further questions? Oh, 1-up for power of liquid. 5 pods ultra oxy. This is that this for Friday. Get brewed up or do it up that Friday. All crispy and golden. Just the way you like it. Whatever you want, food, family, and fun, make the t-shirts and all that. What if the store almost one of them? It takes a win money. It's like it's higher or lower on your favorite slate. You're right. And you can do like 1,000 times as much. You can play in 35 states, including California, Georgia, Texas, and Mississippi. So join the pack of over 7 million happy fans who've already signed up on Monday. Sign up, deposit, and get up to $1,000 in bonus credit. Sign up for our Xfinity high-speed pitch. It's fun. But then you like swinging this, because you're going to see some fastball swinging this, and from that split finger, they can't go down and get it. It's diving too much. I mean, this is what's really making Chase effective with that swing and miss. But before you get to the swing and miss, you have to get it in the count. It's possible to strike somebody out. Oh, right? That's correct. The last 7 batters, Chase straight. That's first hit strike. Last 6 or 7. That shows. Get ahead in the count, 15 catch. Strike 1. Good. You like strike 1? I love strike 1. Spoil it by itself. Do you think you like it more like Chris better? I know you meant, do I love strike 1 more than I think? What will you Chris better? Or the strike? What it is? Chris better might like strike 1 more than I think. Not even a question. Not a question. Like if you did dinner, somebody says, well, I want to get upset. Rip a little bit. 1-1, hit the air, left field side, Riley Green. Thank you for making some bids in there. Just nothing with enough length. A little bit in on the hands, a little bit missed it. which tells me what about things. I just like then it's not square to them. The shapes of the pitches and how pitchers love to talk about the shape of the pitches. It's still like vertical triangle squares. But yeah. But like those little pitches where that little slider, you know, he's talking about taking a little bit off, moving it around different speeds, different locations. It keeps the hitter really being able to dive down into the zone. Like you think you're on just this one. Hammer the right field like Richard Wheels, but it's not as any bad in this lineup. So he has the third hit for the Yankees. Good up this season at MLB shot. Get up on that third. Insurance, bank wormers, everything within MLB shot. That's how the original sorts for Tigers. Tigers. Houston in Florida. With the ground ball is second. It's 8 instead of spinning it to second. It's out right there. They're 2 away. Facing out so close to the second.
He was, you know, the other day in Clubhouse. I don't think I've ever seen him more disappointed. Even after a tough outing, he's not as disappointed as he was that Baldwin lost that game to Florida. But he did let me know because I had some Big Ten with basketball conference conversations with him, and he goes, "Look at that, the SEC representative." So everything else was there. So I said, "All right, kid, you know, I get that." But he was a little disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't know if you heard it, Daniela, but in Seattle, he was boring to play all the way through the clubhouse.
Yeah, I don't totally. He was still a big motivation.
Right, going out outside to right, big batter here, 2-0 on right. Judge gets next. If he comes to the plate, he will be the time of well, he's throwing a lot of good pitches today, which makes him a bit good. Oh. Now, where is that? That is strike down the left. Yeah. Zone has been a little hit or miss. The sun is breaking through. It is. 3-0 right, central strike. Then right. Good for the 100 baseline play for Seeker with the third to point out got picked off. So Eric Judge with the plate and the third part of the lead. To Tigers lead, I think we all on strike. But I've got a rough day at the office for Ben Rice. That's all squared away. Everything back to the way it should be. If you're not going to win one, you hope you win another one or something. I think everybody can win right now. So Eric Judge, he walked last time. He fly out of the first. That's pretty powered by Google. Here's the first at bat. The five got the fly ball, and you see the final pitch. Scott inside now. It was away, and in off the plate. And then in within the strike zone. With hold the trigger on the high two-seamer. Got a goal with him, just to throw it right on the edge. Up to him. Just to make very good pitches here. Look at that. And the Yankees are on the board. Jason trying to get inside and just left it out over a little bit. Still got the ground ball. The Maya displayed a little bit of cold. Good point. Not a bad pitch. Could have been a little bit further in. Got the ground ball though, right? So that's the problem with the field again. Last time, field ground balls like 10 miles an hour. Those are ground balls for everything else. Like the ball back. right in the neighborhood while they want. Really good low ball hitter. He's a guy who gets 2 strikes, he'll chase upstairs. Biggest analyzing the one in his wheelhouse. He's like, that's in my wheelhouse. No, it's not. They're not seeing that pitch. No. Wide foul. Pretty quiet. From the bottom. Not exactly Middleton, but traffic on the door. One, two. Side and foul. Remember this game. More than half the runs. 45 of the 76 runs this year coming into today were off home. Yeah. He's trying to elevate the fastball to get by. Not quite high enough, not quite in the right location. Would be a bad time to go dump that split finger back down at the bottom of the zone. And there it is. Whatever you say. Ordered it up. DoorDash got there in time. Here we go.
Where's mine?
That's still the air before 6 is open. So welcome into regular field. Scott's Weaver. Now it's time to kill existing lead for delivery. Folks, now that we give ourselves 12 to 1, so Sam best ball is full with the vote so far. He ran the count 3-2 and got touched out in the third. Yeah, he's really bad.
Then
So,
he's mentioned something about.
Well, he didn't go see Jack.
Huh?
He didn't go see Jack.
I am back. Jake Rogers just beat it out.
Jake Rogers. Jake Rogers is going left turn. Turn 4 in Talladega. Trying to make it home. There's a little bit of a miscommunication there. I think once Rod saw Colt retreating, he's like, did I get the right read? Good thing he's fleet of foot.
Pass catchers.
Hey, you can go ahead and go. Make my job a little bit easier next time. I didn't want to run into you. We have some fast catchers on this team, don't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
fastest in the West.
Great at bat, too. They hit the battling after those changeups.
5-1.
Hey, look, this guy hit a home run already.
Andy Ibanez gave the Tigers that 3-0 lead. The 1949 Tigers are safe. The second hit is on the foul.
I mean, that was awesome.
But it's a good result.
Great result. Yeah, no history for that. Element today.
I Benzie.
Yeah, he's not one to throw Andy that again. Looking away. What you call it for that kind of coming unraveled, just pull the change up.
One hit. All it took for Andy Ibanez. Steps on for a moment. He's thrown pretty well, Rodon. He's given up 2 hits, and there are 5 runs on the board.
Yep, some walks in there.
1-2. That's big news as well because this Yankees bullpen has 5 arms. They come into this series having allowed no earned runs in 15 and a third consecutive. They've been great. So getting to the starter in this series is important because that's for foul.
Nice play though. Checks up a couple of balls. Did a lot of high five.
2-2. Ball foul into the Tiger dugout.
Talk about extending at bats. Guys getting to 2 strikes and battling. And this is a theme for this Tigers offense. Really, beginning the last 2 months of last season, up and down the order, fights, pitches, really making opposing pitchers work for every inch.
Third base, Comerica, nice sliding play. Tough pick at second base, save. Chisholm dug it out and nearly turned 2. Instead, the Tigers stay alive, and we saw that yesterday with Dave Sweeney. You beat out a possible double play ball, and you never know what comes after.
Next guy to the plate. Really nice pick and throw there. Athletic move.
Here's Torrey. First pitch swing, and he rockets it foul left side.
I mean, how fun is this lineup shaping up? Because it's like, oh, Bogans, he just hit a homer. Oh, Torque, he hit a walk-off last night. Oh, and then you got Riley Green following him. Fun.
It is, and it's truth serum. I think the offense is better than even the Tigers might have expected early in the season.
I would agree.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
With all the
That's
injuries.
fair.
That's all.
Yeah, with the injuries.
Yeah.
You know, Torgerson had a really good spring, but you don't know how well that's going to translate.
Oh, I'm sure the damn good.
1 and 2 for Brodon.
And the advance Justin Interval always put together. I mean, he's been huge. He's getting on base. Getting knocks. That was a huge
That'll help.
2 RBI knock a little bit ago.
Next swing, he might have gone. Yeah, he did. Strike 3.
He gone.
Gets a strikeout, but the Tigers tap in for 2 runs. It all started with Jake Rogers walking, and then you walk so you can run.
He's out of the gates. Down the backstretch. Safe. I get out of my way next time.
Choose to follow your instincts. Every Mazda is designed to feel like it was made just for you.
Do you love your plug-in but wish you had more control of the scent? Introducing the new Febreze Plug. Enjoy the same 50 days of continuous scent as Febreze Plug with added features for more control, including a cord for flexible placement options, 3 intensity settings with the ability to turn it off, and a boost button for extra scent whenever you want. For long-lasting scent you can control. New Febreze Plug Scent Booster. Did you get a haircut, Dad?
Wait, what happened?
It's a little fender bender, but remember I found a plan with our agent. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Well put it.
That's like simple thing and said.
This right here, the legendary love beer, the originator, the inventor. This can talk and it tells stories about that one time, that night, that one guy. Yeah. Writing a story 15 years long and 50 million transcribed. Legendary stories start with a light. Here's the 50 years military. Sister's birthday. She's an adult. Please help me. I'm so lost. Gotcha. Follow me. I knew it. Wow. Thank you, Rick.
Do you help?
Yeah.
Of autograph and picture seekers is for Jameson Williams. You never know who you're going to see in the new seats behind home plate. It's a 1,000-yard receiver for the Lions. Hanging out today. Taking pictures, signing autographs. There's a strike. Casey.
There's a strike.
Goldschmidt. What a season for Jameson Williams. Year number 3 with the Lions.
Who do you think could win in a 40? Him or Jake Rogers?
40 what? Which kind of 40? 40 feet? 40 inches?
40 inches, yeah. Who do you think has a better snap?
Yeah. Jameson Williams is back. Ground ball at second base side.
Ground ball, second base side.
Number 1.
Out number 1.
Storylines for today's game. Current odds on FanDuel. Casey Mize 5+ strikeouts is cashed. Andy Ibanez with a home run. Jameson Williams was so fun to watch. Yeah, he's an electric performer. Can run 17 yards a catch last year.
Yeah.
Tremendous offense for the Lions and defense that figured it all out. I know they obviously lost the postseason, but they figured it all out with so many injuries. There is some parallels to what the Tigers did last year with their pitching chaos. Just next man up with what the Lions did defensively last year. 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
With 1 out here in the 6th.
1 out here in the 6th.
Yeah, the guys have to step up, you know. Or there's guys that aren't going to be playing due to injury. Other guys have to step up their game. Vaughn has.
Bobby's done a nice job. Yeah. Bobby played his very first center field ever.
Yeah, got 3 hits.
Yeah.
In the game he played center field. Well, partially.
Back into the game.
Yeah. Torkelson stepping up.
0-2. That's filthy again. That splitter is just dancing today.
Just dance.
I mean, this is becoming a common theme here. I feel like I've seen that. I'm getting
Let's
hits on
go.
hitters. Don't see the splitter out of hand or just wait.
Tigers.
Like, what was that? Didn't know you had that. You had that?
He says, yeah, I do have that. It's a long conversation with yourself. Yeah, how those going.
Uh-huh.
Many long conversations.
Maybe long ago.
A long way from home plate to the dugout. Fenway. Still Coliseum.
Volpe, center field, right at Kreidler. Right at Kreidler.
Right
No move.
at
Right at
Kreidler.
You're constantly attuned to your team's needs, Libra, to the point that you often overlook your home. You might be worried that if you speak up, it'll cause conflict in the dugout, but everyone will be happy.
Yeah, right.
Taking a stronger stance on
Damn
any
commercials.
issues that come up will only bring the team closer together.
Why did we make a printer that detects when you're low on ink and automatically delivers what you need most? Because dogs really do eat your homework. Each begins to ink and ink ahead.
I'm obsessed with Gain-Simber flings, and I just had to find out what makes them smell so amazing. Turns out it's thanks to award-winning perfumers and laundry scientists. They supersized the fling and filled it with concentrated detergent, then added 3 times the Febreze freshness and 4 times the oxy cleaning power, which explains why I'm not the only one loving them.
They have absolutely upped my laundry game. It smells so good.
Hang on.
You're really
Be
good.
right back.
Our experience in the RVA has been wonderful. The teachers are extremely supportive, and Simon really seems to enjoy it and is making friends, and he's more socially active now than he was in traditional school. Something, even though it seems like you're not doing anything, you actually are. I like how the RVA provides an environment that more suited to.
Menards brings you the big money encounter. It is slugging percentage leaders this season. The Tigers
Be there.
all Major League Baseball. Yankees, Cardinals, Dodgers, top 3. And the Tigers doing some big damage
Whoa.
with the long ball. And he's only up a 3-run shot.
Top of 6, now we go to the bottom
Maybe
of
a
6.
story this continues, which it looks like it is. There's only been 2 games where they haven't hit them. Slugging percentage, that's just total bases divided by at bat. So a home run is 4 for that at bat, which is very good. So more home runs you get, the higher your slugging percentage goes. Doubles and triples are very good for that stat. Long balls.
Yeah, it helps. I mean, we saw the numbers when you hit a home run, when you out homer the opponent, it gives you a substantially better chance to win the game as Riley Green takes ball 1. Two and 0. So last year, with more homers than an opponent for anybody in Major League Baseball, you win 77% of the time. With 2 or more homers, 88% of the time.
Why doesn't everybody just hit more homers then?
Yeah, either. Search me.
I mean, why don't these guys just hit more homers?
That's why you hear so much about full side power and all that, right?
Yeah,
It matters in a big way. Fly ball, third base side, and this will find the seats.
And as pitching and analytics advance, and when a pitcher does make a mistake, you want to make it pay. But they do bring it to your heat map because they know where you're not as good. And they'll throw it to there more often than they used to, just based on numbers, analytics, and people can pretty much see exactly where you like the ball and where you don't like it. So it's one thing to get it in your hot spot and you get a base hit. Awesome. But what they're focusing on is how do we maximize damage when the pitcher does miss?
Exactly. 3-2 on Riley Green, and that's why he has tried to hit the ball in the air more. Riley Green has. Marco is next. Baez to follow. Tigers up 5-1. 3-2. Even a miss. That's that slider. So tough. Left on left, and there it is. One away. Tigers have launched value offers for 2025. Offers are available now for families, students, seniors, military members, and educators, plus value meal pricing on Tuesdays all season long. Visit tigers.com/value to redeem your offer today. One down, first pitch, strike one to Manny Margot. It's over 2 today with a ground ball and a strikeout. Carlos Rodon, his 94th pitch, is a ground ball to second. Chisholm, for 2. Javi Baez coming to the plate. Here's Daniela.
Yeah, Javi talked a little bit today about his tag yesterday, the amazing tag at second base. Dylan Dingler able to find him to throw the runner out as he tries to steal here. Look at Javi behind the back, that left hand. I asked him if he works on this. He says, no, not really. It's just something I've always been good at. And he said when it's to his left like that, he feels really comfortable making the catch. So I don't know if maybe Abanya's got some pointers from him or not today, since Javi doesn't quite know exactly how he does it.
Some people are just special like that. But AJ Hinch said after the game, he's like, nobody, a catcher would rather throw to with a tag like that than Javi Baez.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody as good at it.
You know what Javi did say too, you guys? Talk about playing different positions. Mention maybe some catcher.
That would be interesting. Or at least so he thinks, as a base hit to left. How did AJ respond to that? Have we asked him yet?
I don't think we have. Oh, no, he might have said something today. Just I don't think Javi's ever going to see any time back there. But we'll get a comment from him for tomorrow.
Love it. But, you have to like that from Javi Baez, who obviously has struggled with the plate, but willing to play positions to help defensively come in the 8th inning, play center field. To fit in on this team, it's important.
It is. And to keep the game fun. Keep enjoying it.
And this is going to be a pickoff to second, unless he crawls around. He did. He crawled over and around and to the side of the tag. Let's see if the Yankees challenge. There's that sleight of hand again. Aaron Boone says challenge.
Javi's making all kinds of signals out there. I'm not sure what.
New York is challenging the baseball at second base. They need indisputable video evidence to overturn.
Pulls the hand back and then tries to slide it in. He said his foot was in the way. He's saying it's blocking it with his foot. You can't do that, can you?
Yeah, if this is that is part of this. Now I don't know if the second base umpire Nate Tomlinson called the block there, but in fact, if you do block second base, that's going to be illegal. So Javi, I think, was trying to say block. That's the signal he was making.
Blocking on the defense, 5-yard penalty. Because it looks like he was probably out. But he's saying, I got him on the floor. He said, I couldn't get my hand in there.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. New York will replay their chance.
Well, the call is out, and so the inning does come to an end. So we'll play the 7th. Tigers aren't going to love it, but the inning's over.
We love the big plays here at MLB, but we want to take a moment to spotlight some of the unsung heroes behind the scenes. Harold, who do you have for us today?
Lauren, let's check out the call center agents doing their best work with Zoom CX. Zoom CX transformed the customer experience here at MLB.tv with AI-first CX capabilities that empower agents to deliver better customer experiences.
Here's to our MLB team behind the scenes and Zoom CX's AI-first solutions.
Why did we make a printer that detects when you're low on ink and delivers only when you need it? Because unlike other subscriptions, we know what to stop. Sign up for each begins to ink,
Swivel Duster traps 4 times more dust. For clean, even mom approves of.
That reach.
Making hard to reach. Not hard at all.
So easy. I taught him that.
And with Swiffer Sweeper Dry, you can trap and lock 2 times more dirt, dust, and hair.
Nice.
Brooms can just push stuff around, but Swiffer grabs dirt and even traps the hair. Swiffer,
Impressive.
the mother of all queens. Love it for your money back.
The average dog only lives to be 10. At the farmer's dog, we don't think that's long enough. That's why our food comes in personalized portions. Because a dog at a healthy weight can live a longer, happier life.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play.
For a limited time, enjoy $500 off when you reserve a private suite for any game between now and May the 11th. Experience Tigers baseball like never before with luxury, exclusivity, and premier views at Comerica Park. To learn more, visit tigers.com/April. So if the call at second was that indeed Chisholm had blocked second, that wouldn't have been reviewable, but the call was simply saved without a block included. So the block of second base is not challengeable, not reviewable. A block of home is reviewable. So because the call was saved without a call of blocking second base, that part of the play was not reviewable. The only thing they could review is the safe out call at second. And so that feels a little bit like one of those calls that might get changed because the block rule just came in the last 2 years, where they might see that rule change, where you could then review that call. Well, if you can review blocking the play, you should also be able to review blocking.
Because it wasn't a blocking call, it was he called it a save.
And so all you can look at is the save him out. As here as Wells against Tyler Holton, and there's a base hit to center field.
So certain things you can review, certain things you can't. You can't review blocking at second.
Correct. And because of that, you end up with
a play like that.
A play like that.
Where it really probably did block back, but nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it in that case once you go to the monitor. The bullpen is where we go. I've also Windows pitching change and Tyler Holton.
He's a pretty good guy to the bullpen, too.
Exactly. 3 is into right as well.
We got a substitution here. Cards are a little messed up. There we go. Let's give us time to get through Holton's pitch mix. You ready? Cutter, sinker, sweeper, changeup, 4-seam curveball. He's got 6 of them, and he throws them all. Really likes that cutter and the sinker pairing, in and out. Mixes speeds with the changeup. He'll throw a curveball once in a while. Tends to prefer the sweeper.
Rest of your show is bunt. And Ibanez in at third. And continuing, the bullpen. Will Best is getting loose. Center field. Kreidler back at the warning track. He's there to run it down and make the catch. Wells was already at second base, so he has to go back to first.
Christian has hit the ball, isn't he? He is. Nice job by Kreidler getting back on the ball. It's a long run, long run. That's a ball that you'll see sometimes. Guys try to tag up on deep to center, but Kreidler wasn't under it quick enough for him to make that decision. That'll get the adrenaline going out in center field.
Get the blood working.
Yeah. Core temperature went from 42 to 82. Still not 97.
1-0. In for a strike. Ball and a strike on Cabrera.
Looks like some downward movement. Hit it on the ground or advance the count.
Very close. 2-1. Big batter here with Rice and Judge to follow. Three balls and a strike to Cabrera.
One thing Holton's done good in his career so far is when he does get down in counts,
he's tended to be able to work his way back into it quite a bit.
31. 3-2.
I mean, that's just a 4-seam fastball, middle end, 3-1. It just went. He's got something different, doesn't he?
He does. It's all the pitches, all the quadrants. At any time, 3-2 foul away.
He's kind of got that almost a pause. Not quite a pause, but by the time he breaks his hand from the glove, there's a little tiny hesitation that I think keeps guys off balance. It's just like not a natural feel. It's hard to dance with. That makes sense.
Yeah, you're never really on his rhythm, you're saying. 3-2.
You see some very uncomfortable swings, and he hides the ball really well. Stays behind his body a long time, and it's got one little hesitation move. And you can see hitters sometimes they start their movement a little too soon, then they get off balance, or they're a little bit late.
Cabrera has been pesky. 3-2. Another foul ball. This will be pitch number 9. Wells at first, 1 out. And the Yankees 7th.
Who's going to give it in the battle? Holton versus Cabrera.
3-2. Up the middle to shortstop. What a pick. Javi starts an absolutely ridiculous double play. It's insane.
That's the best play I've ever seen. What just happened? Oh, my.
Wow.
He's just out there having fun playing baseball.
Tiger lost 7th inning stretch now.
It's time to feed the dogs real food, not highly processed pellets. The farmer's dog is fresh food made with whole meat and veggies. It's not dry food. It's not wet food. It's just real food. It's an idea whose time has come.
I was deployed overseas, and it really impacted my liver health. I was missing family moments because I just couldn't find the energy. It turns out that Dose Bigger Liver was the change that I needed. It doesn't even feel like I'm taking a supplement because it tastes so good. My wife is asking me where all this energy is coming from. I went from dreading to get out of bed to jumping out of it. I'm back in the stands, cheering my daughter on, and my culture is full of so many yummy foods that I'm just really glad I can enjoy those with my family again. Nothing's more important to me than showing up for me, and Dose helps me do just that.
Why did we make a printer that detects when you're low on ink and automatically delivers when you need it most? Because dogs really do eat your homework. Sign up for HB Instant Ink and ink ahead.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The old 1-6-4-3 double play from Javi Baez. That's a magic trick.
This was anything but textbook. Oh. I mean, he kind of snowfilled this ball, too. Just the wherewithal to be able to get out the glove. You can't teach that from Benetti.
No. That's wild. Daniela.
Javi walking back into the dugout after that one was greeted by a mob of his teammates chanting El Mago, El Mago. So they all loved that one. And earlier today, Zach McKinstry, I was talking to him just about the culture that's been built around this team. And he specifically referenced Javi Baez. With everything he's been through and where he's at in his career, we're seeing Javi have fun playing baseball again, and that's really good to see. So that's another example of it right there.
That's good to hear for teammate, too, because Javi Baez, and it is pinnacle in Major League Baseball, great player.
It's not most entertaining.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, he can do things that other human beings can't do on a baseball field. Like even other big league guys can't do. That tag yesterday, that play. Like that's an instinct. That's hand-eye coordination. That's all the things mixed together. That's the play you try to pull off in the backyard playing wiffle ball.
Right.
But it never works out. That one time it did, everybody thinks they're amazing. He can do it consistently.
This might be Rodon's last batter. Adam Ottavino's been up for a while.
Get a little more aggressive here. He's been a little gun shy today. Starts the hands kind of out away from the body. You gotta get him back. Get him back.
Look out back behind home.
It's you get a little slicey on the swing. His hands don't get to the right spot. You see when he's going good, he gets in that hitting position a little bit sooner. His hands stay away from his body a little too long and kind of rushes him back, and then he's trying to make up that speed with his hands instead of being able to use his lower half. His hands back now.
Run it full again.
And if you can't get in the lower half good, you kind of don't find that rhythm. Can't get your A swing off. So right now, he's in battle. He's doing an outstanding job being in battle.
And he does punch it through that vacated left side that's been there for a couple at bats. And that is going to be all for Carlos Rodon today.
See the hands, they move back slowly. Foot gets down a little late, but he's just using his hand-eye coordination right now. That's a good piece of hit. You would know Rodon a little bit. Do you think he's happy about that, Allie?
I do not.
I don't think he's happy.
He threw it well, and stuff kind of crumbled around him.
Really did.
5-1 Tigers.
Why did we make a printer that detects when you're low on ink and automatically delivers when you need it most? Because dogs really do eat your homework. Sign up for HB Instant Ink and ink ahead. It's time to feed the dogs real food, not highly processed pellets. The farmer's dog is fresh food made with whole meat and veggies. It's not dry food. It's not wet food. It's just real food. It's an idea whose time has come. You found it then.
Of course I did. Good one.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like steel, EGA. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Detroit Tigers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers.
Be sure to stick around for Tigers Live post game presented by Pure Auto Insurance. Join us after the game. We'll break down all the game action, bring you AJ Hinch's post game comments on Tigers Live post game immediately following the game. Brought to you by Pure Auto. Adam Ottavino out of the bullpen for the Yankees, replacing Carlos Rodon. Our wall side windows call to the bullpen. He's got a 4.34 to his name from last year.
Sinker sweeper guy. He'll run it in, work the sweeper away. You got a fun last name to say.
You don't want to hear that when you go for pasta. Right? Ottavino. Sorry, sir. Just tap water and still. One. Not bad. Tigers trying to add on a little bit in the 8th inning. Rice, Judge, and Bellinger are scheduled up for the Yankees. One, two. Pull that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beat your other one.
popped it. They did. Popped the cork right out of it.
Inch with a little insurance. There's Kerry Carpenter ready to go against the right-hander Ottavino. There's a good chance for AJ to use his bench here against the right-hander who has been a righty specialist, Ottavino. Carpenter may get a chance. Seidler up next. Sweeney also on the bench, a left-hander available. McKinstry came in for Margot defensively, so a three-man bench left for AJ Hinch.
Got to decide between the stinker and the sweeper. There's a 50-50 shot. You got to flip a coin. Do a little plate coverage.
3-2. Fly ball foul. Keith got a pretty good jump over there at first base.
He's going right with the four seam with Jake.
Four straight fastballs of the four-seam variety. Fastball version before that. 3-2. Keith runs again. It is the third walk of the day for Jake Rogers. The Tigers have two on, nobody out. And Freidler is walking to the plate now. A message from Tiger Law.
Make Tiger Law your first call and get the justice you deserve. Tiger Law. All we do is win. Always win.
With Danielle and Bruce downstairs, Andy Dirks, Jason Benetti along with you, Ryan Freidler at the plate. And I imagine part of the reason that it's not Kerry Carpenter is either he's going to get used later or you're playing for defense.
Defense, yeah.
Up 4. Freidler shows bunt and took a stab at it, strike one.
So they're just trying to add some on. Freidler to get the ball down, advance the runners. Depending on who's going to the bullpen. Is there anybody up in that bullpen? It's hard to see. Not sure. But if there's not a lefty going, you would imagine Carpenter will go for Jay Hen probably.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Something like that. If he bunts him over, if Carpenter hits for Jay Hen, then they're going to walk Carpenter. So it might be for a bunting.
Could be.
So, because they're going to walk. If Carpenter comes up, there's runners second, third, they're going to walk.
Mm-hmm. 1-1. Winds in for a called strike. Starts at your hip.
Yeah, that's a tough one not to give up on. But you got to know it's coming back. If it doesn't, it hits you. Either way, you get a base. Hold the trigger. Or let it hit you.
Struck him out.
Well, this will bring Cart because there's not an empty base.
Correct. Well done. So, Kerry Carpenter, one swing would make it a possible 8-1 here.
That's what you know, a guy's been hitting homers. You start saying things like that.
Yes.
Because he's been hitting them on the rake.
Yeah, and there's reason to think he might.
Good. Feel like as soon as he steps up at one swing, be an 8-1 ball game. I love it. I love being able to cover this baseball team when you start thinking about things like that. Yeah. Because I was thinking the same thing.
Kerry Carpenter, this homestand against the White Sox has just tortured visiting pitching.
And it's not fun to come to Detroit and have to face this left-handed hitter. Because he'll go off of, he'll go full side. And you hang the breaking ball, forget about it. Got a little cheese with that one. I see those binoculars.
Sure. The thing about Carpenter here is you're guaranteed the left person. That's Andy Bird watching.
Yeah, they got a guy up, but it's going to be a little too late.
Well, that's the thing. That's why Carpenter here makes even more sense because you can neutralize the left-handed action that's currently going on in the bullpen. They have 3 lefties in that pen. We've seen Tim Hill a bunch in the American League Central. But you get Carpenter against a righty guaranteed here.
Good matchup for Carp. Just got to execute.
Strike one.
He's pretty much, it's either going to work away from you or into you. Sweeper or away with the 2 seam. He'll throw the 4 seam, son.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, this is exciting. I can feel the tension mounting. This is not a good matchup for the Yankees.
No. And, you could have Ibanez against a right-hander and feel okay about it. Coming up next, we'll see how this all plays out. 1-1, in for a strike call that rode the inside corner. Top call by Carpenter.
Yeah, not sure what he's waiting on. Usually when you pinch hit, you got to be pretty aggressive out of the gate. So obviously he's either not seeing it well, or maybe he was waiting on a specific pitch that just hasn't quite come in. It's not scouting.
Jay Hinch watching over this 1-2. Wait, it's not 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Marty's just setting them up. What's funny about power hitters is when they get to like 1-2, those are the type of pitches. Guys are just trying to do way too much. This ball's so perfect. Oh, and then they lose it way out. And then the next thing you know, they're back.
2-2. Nice take. That ball fell 3-2.
That was a tempting little treat right there. Carpenter got out of the pantry quickly before he tried to put the 50.
See if it's dinner time now. 3-2, 2 on, 1 out. Pivot to second.
I don't want to throw that one. He says. Do the old little inside move when you're a little nervy. Yeah, I don't know. If the sweeper was the right call there.
Let's see what button he pushes here. 3-2 for Carpenter. Ball 4. Bases loaded. On the 8th full count of the day for a Tigers hitter, Carpenter walks.
That'll probably make some movement here. It's like Sweeney's grabbing a bat, plays for Ibanez, which will probably trigger a venture to the bullpen for the Yankees.
Tim Hill is the one getting loose.
How about that job? Come in, just stand up there in the box and just be real intimidating.
Wait him out. Bases loaded. Trey Sweeney's coming up to face Tim Hill when we come back.
Why did we make a printer that detects when you're low on ink and delivers only when you need it? Because unlike other subscriptions, we know what to stop. Sign up for HP Instant Ink and ink ahead.
On Underdog, you can win money all season by selecting 2 or more of your favorite players. And you can win up to 1,000 times your entry.
Sign up, deposit, and get up to $1,000 in bonus credits. Download Underdog today.
We just signed the lease on our 3rd shop. I guess we're a chain now, right? We worked so hard to get here. My assistant went to customink.com to get our new uniforms and merch with all the location names. Our custom gear helps him get our brand out into the community. He takes care of all of our custom ink orders. He was able to find great products, upload the new art, and have boxes sent directly to each of the shops. Custom Ink makes it so easy. Get started.
Join us again tomorrow afternoon for FanDuel Sports Network, 12:30. Tarek Skubal and the Tigers against the Yankees. Game 2 of this three-game series. Coverage starts with Tigers Live tomorrow at 12:30 right here on FanDuel Sports Network. So Trey Sweeney, on a possible double play yesterday, made sure that the inning stayed alive in the ninth inning. Statcast powered by Google Cloud. Here's how quick he was. Chopping his steps on the way to first base. He was part of our top of the show today. Thanks to Trey for joining us before the ball game, taking some time earlier on this afternoon. And now, here he is, thrust into one of the biggest at-bats of the ball game against the left-hander, the sidewinder, Tim Hill.
Sidewinder that only throws sinkers. Well, he'll throw a four-seamer once in a while. Really, that's his pitch. Like to work that thing down and in. You got to make it start out over the plate. Get it up out over the plate somewhere.
First pitch, swing from Sweeney, and he's going to get down the line again here. They get one out, but no double play, and an RBI to make it 6-1. Tough beat from Chisholm to Volpe, and that Long is happy.
Yeah, I don't think they had a chance at Sweeney on this play. He got jammed a little bit on that sinker. Gets out of the box pretty good, but by the time he gets to the ball, that was about 3 hops. Even with a perfect throw, perfect relay, I don't think they get it. I think he was trying to be so quick. Nice job by Volpe.
I'm coming.